Okay, guys and gals, so we're back at it with another lesson in this series about looking at building up independence against a particular ostinato. So if you've watched the first couple of lessons on this, you know that the ostinato we're working on is in 12/8, and that's this. Okay? But in this lesson, so in the first lesson we worked on paradiddles, then we worked on paradiddle diddles. Now we're just going to play double strokes, okay? And we're going to play double strokes as quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, 16th note triplets, and we've done those before. Now we're going to play 32nd notes as well. So we want to start this out really slow, and I'm just going to kind of go through it one at a time, and when I feel a need to stop and talk about it, I will. So here's the ostinato, nice and slow. 1, 2. Oh, by the way, it's written as 12/8. But because of the nature of this particular rudiment double strokes, I'm going to think of it as 6/8. Okay, if I count it in 6/8, don't let that throw you. It doesn't really matter, but I need to make sure I'm lining up with that one. One of the things I find is I end up cheating, and this gets turned around, and it's not 1, 2, right? It's instead of like 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, or whatever. It's pushed back, and it gets reversed, and you'll know what I mean when you practice this stuff. So let's continue. So 1, 2, 3. So as quarter notes. Okay, let's do that again, and I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's his quarter notes. All right, as eighth notes is going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1. Okay, that's his eighth notes. His 16th notes is going to be like this. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So that says 16th notes. And you can see the illustration, the graphic on the screen, which shows where things lined up. Now we're going to do 16th note triplets. And this one's a little bit more difficult because it's a little bit more difficult to line up. And I'm going to play this slow, and I may mess it up. If I do, we'll stop and talk about it. So here we go. This is the 16th note triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, I screwed up when I started talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So that's how that works, right? And one of the ways that I can make sure I'm anchored correctly is when I count and hit 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I should be on the left hand, okay? So let's try something. We're going to split up the hands so we can really hear to make sure it's lining up correctly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, something like that, all right? All right, and it's very easy to get off when you first start this. And even when you've done it for a couple days like me, you still have an issue with it. Okay, so that's 16th note triplets. The next thing we're going to do is 32nd notes. Yes, 32nd notes, which we haven't done before. Okay, and that's going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, So that's it. Those are the different parts. So now what we're going to do, work on those individually, take your time, and when you're comfortable with doing those separately, we'll come back and look at doing them together. Okay, so that was them all together, mostly pretty smooth. So get that together, and then when we come back, I'm just going to play through a couple of different ideas applying these double strokes against the kit in an orchestrated fashion. Okay, so once you're comfortable playing just on the snare drum, and maybe if you want to move on to one other surface like we did with the 16th note triplets, that's fine. Start moving it around the kit a little bit and break this up a little bit, right? Because the goal is not to sit there and just play these double stroke patterns, right? This subdivisions, because that's not very musical, but you have to get the technique together before you can apply the musicality generally, all right? So what I would do is suggest is once you become comfortable with it, just start playing the ostinato and just kind of mess around with it a little bit, right? Just, you know, go from like right? Just play different variations on the subdivisions. Whatever, you know? Just really try to incorporate those double strokes, right? Different dynamics. Right? Just play around with it. If you mess up, just like I did, doesn't matter. Okay? Right? Just play different speeds, different subdivisions. Okay? So you get the idea, but it's a nice way to just speak a little bit on the kit, right, with these double strokes. Right? So have fun with it, but get the double strokes together first, okay? On the just snare drum or whatever, and then just start adding around the kit, okay? So until next time, spend some time on this, and hope you enjoy it. Thanks again.